Hey all, welcome back to the channel, Keeping the Old Man Out. Last time we talked about learning to play an instrument to keep the old man out, and we talked about learning to play bass guitar. Talked about this bass in particular, getting something affordable. This is price. It's a nice bass, plays well, and fairly inexpensive. It's the Yamaha TRBX 174. You got good variation on the different tones. These two control the two pickups. Front pickup, like a P bass pickup here, is controlled with that knob. And then the back pickup is controlled with that knob, just the volume. So right now, they're both off. And this is a tone, the back tone control. So if you wanted to play just the front pickup, then you can adjust the tone. You'll get a deeper sound with the front pickups. The rear pickup is more like a jazz bass pickup, more trebly. So I'll turn the front down. And then I'll just play with both of them up. I usually play with both of them on, then adjust the tone to the brightness I want. Okay, so the basics. The strings are E, the low string E, A, the second string, D, third, and then G. So E, A, D, G, E, A, D, G. So those are the strings when they're open, the notes. So you start with an E, and then the next fret would be an F, F sharp, G, G sharp, and then A. So this is an A, and that's an A. So it's one thing. Let me back up to the way to tell if your guitar is in tune or not is on the 5th fret. When you hold down the E string on the 5th fret, that's an A. So it should sound the same as the A string open. Okay. And then on the A string, hold that down, and it should sound like the D string open. And of course, if you're out of tune, you adjust with the tuning pegs. And then the third, so hold down the D string, and it should sound the same open the G string. So that's the basic tuning. You'll be able to tell if you're out of tune or not. So a lot of the songs you hear playing are standard tuned. So you'll be able to play along with songs. If you run into a song that's kind of a different type of tuning, you can just adjust your guitar to match it. Some songs people play flat or sharp. So then going back to the notes, so starting with the E string, again that's E, the next fret is F, F sharp, G, G sharp, or A. So then A, there's your open string A, B, B sharp, C, C sharp, D, D. Then we know the next string is a D. So D, D sharp, E, so that's a low E, and then E, F, F, F sharp, G, and then G repeats, the open, G, G sharp, A, again that's open A, is the same note as A here, then B, B sharp, then C, C. So on the bass, you'll notice this note is always the same here. G. So I'll jump around a little bit today. Going back to your fingering, whenever you hold down a note by the fret, you want to be as close as the fret to the fret as you can without muting it. So that's about where you want to be, not here. So if you're playing this note, you want to be as close to that fret as you can, without muting the note. So you don't want to be on top of the fret. So you're muting it. So you want to be just next to it, but you don't want to be back here because you might get some buzz. You might get some buzzing. So as you're fingering, always be right next to the fret that you want to be playing the note on. You can learn to play with your fingers, or you can use a pick. The pick, to me, just never felt right, and it was a little too clangy, trebly. So I ended up playing with my fingers, which sound warmer, and you also feel the strings a little bit better for me. Over on the back side here, depending on the sound you want, if you play from back here, it's going to sound higher, like a more trebly, and not as warm as playing up here. So it depends on the sound. Also, playing the same note up here, that's an A, that's an A. So depending on the song and the sound you want, you can play the A. Many different parts of the fingerboard you can play an A. Those are all A's. As you play, you'll learn to feel like when to mute the strings and when to let them sustain. So you can play a note like this, let it ring on and sustain, or you can just take your finger off and mute it, or you can let it sustain. Also, as you're playing, you don't want a lot of overtone, other strings ringing or making noise. So you'll learn to sort of mute all the other strings with your fingers, either here, mostly with your left hand, and sometimes you can mute them with your right hand as well. So like if I play, see I'm muting. Right there, these two strings I'm muting with my thumb over here. If I didn't mute anything, it'll sound pretty noisy, like. So you hear all the extra noise from the strings. So as you play, you learn to use your hands to mute the notes, the other strings that you're not playing or you don't want them to sound. Okay, so starting out, what I'd recommend is just playing. You can start out with this major scale just to strengthen your fingers and build dexterity and strengthen your fingers, and also learn how to pick the particular string with your right hand. I'd recommend using all your fingers. And for me, I mainly use 2 fingers here, but probably wouldn't hurt to learn to use 3 or 4 here if you want to. So the basic major scale is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So it's so just practice that, and then think about the note, the major note you're starting on. So you'll start memorizing where the notes are on the fingerboard. So we know this is G. So I'll do a G major scale. Then A. So you could just pick up the bass, and if you're watching TV, just have it, and just, you don't even have to play that scale. Just play stuff, it'll be silent. Just play, use all your fingers. So all you're doing there is just building strength in your fingers and learning to place them in a certain position. Okay, so it's just play every fret. So start here and just play every fret. Okay, so then the next thing you can try to start doing is just humming along and playing tunes that, very simple tunes that you're familiar with. For example, when the Saints go marching in. Then just play it on a different part of the neck. Yeah, and some other old tunes. Let's see. Mary Had a Little Lamb. Either let the notes sustain or stop, shorten the notes, so you could go. Letting them sustain, or you can go. So that's about it. Get going. Just do stuff to strengthen your fingers and get used to them moving around. Then you can eventually start listening to songs and playing along with them. And what I'll try to do next is play along with a couple of simple songs. Okay, I think that's all I've got. If y'all have any comments or tips, I'm not a teacher. I just learned over the years just by ear, listen to songs and try to pick out the notes. But these days, there's so much on YouTube. If somebody has a desire to learn, and patience and willingness, you can pull up videos and teach yourself to play so much quicker than I did when back in the day when I started playing. So there's a lot out there. I'll leave some links in the description. Also a PDF link. The basic scale stuff, I'll leave a link for Bass Buzz. It's a YouTube channel that's pretty good. So check that out. And like I said, you can look up stuff on YouTube and learn. But my main point is that it's something to challenge you as we're getting older. Helps your mental sharpness, and it's just fun to you might get to get some guys together, guys and girls together, and start playing together, and it's a lot of fun. So leave any comments or tips that you might have for other people, your experiences and all. But thank you all for watching, and share the video. Encourage your older friends and family to stay busy and active and pick up an instrument and learn to play it and keep that old man out. Thank you all. Bye now.